Hello, my viewers, and welcome to Tibbs TV. My name is Johnny, and today we were going to go play some Mafia, but then I found something that was considered very eye-opening. Um, so, give me a second. Okay, so here is what I found out. I've been trying to figure out what to do about this. Yes, that is a water texture bug. Every time I walk near water, I have a mod installed for water. I tried to fix it that way. The water mod that I installed, let's go see if I can load it up real quick. Very cool. Mic is working. The water texture mod that I installed is Vivid Waters. It's a very small mod. I thought maybe this would fix it. I thought maybe, okay, to be fair. Um, Obviously, if you go into the game, it takes longer for it to pop up, but it still happens. So this mod did not fix it for anything. So what we're going to first do is I'm going to run an experiment. I'm going to remove the water texture mod because clearly it doesn't do anything. And this, I think I may have found what is causing this bug. Hey D-Chat, what's up, bro? How you doing? First thing we're going to do is remove the mods we don't need. I believe we go to Y. We got to go to Vivid Waters, uncheck it. In fact, we're going to delete it entirely because we don't need it. The rest of it is fine. We're going to keep the rest. Hey, Nightbot, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. So, I think I may have found a fix. I do not know. We're going to find out today. And if it works out, cool. Maybe we'll play for a few minutes, and then we'll go back to Mafia on the next stream and finish that game. Because from what I hear, or what I understand, we're almost done with the game. If you guys could be a solid here and drop a like on the stream, it helps the channel grow. In fact, I'm going to go do Winter's account right now. Winter's asleep, but I don't think she'll mind. Go. Alright, so we're in the game. We're going to load it in. The reason why I'm doing this is I want the water mod to be completely booted out. I don't know if that'll add to the problem. So, right now, as it turns out, this mod, this bug, not a mod, it's a bug. Hold on. Everything's glitching out right now. Okay, so it's still here. Cool. Every time we load in, this problem is here, right? I don't know how to fix it. So I looked online to see what we could do to fix this. This lovely bit of eyesore, which, by the way, was actually blinding me on the last playthrough. How do we fix this? Well, when I've been loading into the game, I've just been clicking into the game. Xbox Series X has a thing called Quick Resume. You see that right there? You see that little black spot right there on the house? I don't know why it's circles. It's like polka dots for some reason. That's another issue. So as it turns out, what we're supposed to do is get this. You gotta quit out of the game entirely. No, you can't do Quick Resume. Apparently that's the thing. I found on Reddit. Does anyone know how to fix this water glitch? I feel like I should pull it up and show you guys. But I'm just going to read it. I'll share the link in the description, I guess. We'll do that. Cut. I guess we'll just put it in the chat. I mean, the chat's going to be there after, right? Anyway, I'm going to read it. When I'm running near a body of water, depending on what angle I'm at, it turns into this very weird yellow color. If I even move it slightly, it goes away. Is there a way to fix this? Playing on Xbox. They're probably playing on Xbox Series X. Another person said, I just got it too, no mods. So this is not something that mods are creating. This is not a mod problem. Started happening after many days of playing, which is what happened with us. We're like 15 days in. Also makes robots and other reflective surfaces glow white. Update. Fixed by exiting out of the game entirely, then restarting. It's something getting messed up in Quick Resume. Apparently this is a Quick Resume problem. So we're going to try it now. We're going to see. Let's see. Another person comments, same here, neon, yellow, green pixelation on all bodies of water, including puddles, fixed by restarting the game. I initially thought it was due to Vivid Waters bug, which is the one mod I just installed, by the way. But reread the mod description and determined this sounds very different from the known bug that sometimes occurs with the Vivid Waters mod. Probably an update and or quick resume issue as stated with others. So we're going to start Fallout 4 and see if it goes away. And if it does, we're square. Let's see. D-Chat says, that's something I never thought of. Can Winter communicate or operate things through her dreams? I believe she can. Alright, we'll start here. Since I thought about the idea of someday people being able to hook themselves up to cyberspace while dreaming so as to still use the internet in their sleep, that would be interesting. Alright, let's load in. Yeah, continue loading. Let's see if it goes away. If not, we tried. I'm hoping this fixes it. This is water, right? Guys, we fixed it! Alright, check the house. The house isn't glaring at any angle. That house right there. Nothing. The water's not doing that pixelation thing. I think we found a fix. We found a fix. Alright, let's wrap this shit up. I feel good right now. I feel good.
You're enjoying my company. You and I make quite an effective team.
That I do.
This failure is new to me.
Can you shut up, Ada? I can't wait to get rid of her.
Get me out of here! Who's there?
Hello?
Let me out!
Who are you?
What does that matter? Just let me out.
What exactly happened?
I hid in here to get away from the bombs. But there isn't a handle on the inside, and it's really dark in here.
200 years ago?
I don't know how long I've been in here. A long time, though. A really long time. Please, I don't want to die in here.
Why should I trust you?
I'm really tired and lonely. Can't you just open the door?
This is how a lot of horror movies start. Yeah, likely a ghoul. That's exactly what I was thinking. Unless it's like some kind of demon or something. Alright, I'll let you out.
Yes, I've been stuck in here for so long. Hurry up, shoot the door off.
My legs are so stiff. Really bright out. I haven't seen the sun in so long.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with this either.
Thank you so much.
So what's the story with the fridge?
It happened so long ago, back before everything got wrecked. When I heard the sirens, I tried to find someplace safe. When everything started to shake and fall apart, I just crawled inside. When it got quiet again, I tried to get out, but there isn't a handle on the inside. I just want to go home. Can you help me? Please?
Your parents are likely dead.
I don't believe you. They are alive and looking for me. Can you please take me to them? Or at least to my old house?
Sure, I'll find your old home.
I hope it's still there. I had some great baseball cards.
Alright, we have accrued a minor into our crew. This is normal what people like to bitch about. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Let's go figure out how the fuck this loser lives. Alright, let's see. Data. Kid in the fridge. Take Billy home. Oh, hold on. Remove that. Alright, where are we going? This way. Give him his rat away and let him stay. Give him his rat away so he doesn't become feral. I don't know if that'll work. I think ghouls become feral regardless. I mean, unless you're Donovan or Damien. Donovan's not a ghoul. Did you know that? Did you know that Donovan is not a ghoul? I mean, he's got a burnt face and looks like a corpse, but that's because he burned himself to try and hide from the army of the dead. Which was a really dumb plan, Donovan. Let's run through the jungle. And Damien can never die, therefore he never actually ages, therefore he never actually becomes, he never has the feral symptom. Oh, jeez! Yeah, there's a lovely bit of air pollution going on right now in the entirety of Michigan. So, I figure playing a video game would make much more sense than anything else right now. Let's see. Take Billy home to the Peabody house. Yeah, there's a bunch of air pollution going on right now. The hell is that about? Oh, robots. Malfunction or an invader? That was an invader. Those were called swarm bots. They're, until we kill the Mechanist or fight the Mechanist or deal with the Mechanist in some capacity, we're going to be seeing those a lot. Let's see. I guess we'll go this way. But, yeah, the floating robots. That's why I don't make Ada have floating. Because floating, you move faster. But at the same time, I want to be able to understand the difference between Ada and the others. So, this is the house. Alright, just see if anyone's home.
I forgot how pretty the sky is. Mom?
Does
Dad?
anyone want to explain why
Are
they're
you
just
in there?
waiting here like they knew he would show up? I feel like I've been had.
Son? Is that really you?
It's me. It's really me.
Oh my god! We thought you were dead.
What happened to you? You're all burned up like me.
We're ghouls, Billy.
Why is the kid
Radiation
burned up?
Changed us. Looks like it did the same thing to you.
Hold on. So let me get this straight. He's in a refrigerator, which according to Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, you don't get burned up by the nuclear fire. If you trapped him for 200 years, he would have starved to death. Because he couldn't have been irradiated. Therefore, how did he become a ghoul? The parents? Maybe. I don't fucking know. But like, the kid? How does that make any sense? There's a plot problem here. But also, is it weird the parents are just standing in the living room waiting for him this whole time? Because I don't know why else they're saying, like, there's no, hold on. Pause that thought. What else could they be waiting here for? We have Fred just making himself at home.
I love you too, Mom. I missed you guys.
I like how all my crew is just making this place their own.
You realize that
Here we go.
owned by someone else?
I can't say.
Are you serious? Let's ruin this family.
That takes care of that.
Kid in the fridge got failed. Well, oh my gosh, she has boobs. Ghoul boobs.
I'm pleased to see you again.
I'm pleased to see you again too. Kid, you're on your own. Your parents shot at us because I borrowed a stim pack. Kid? Take the bobby pin. Kid! A-hunting we will go. A-hunting we will go. Hi-ho the Dario. A-hunting we will go. And then I proceed to put 15 rounds into his skull. Alright, well...
It would be my pleasure to assist you, sir.
I don't know where the little bastard went. But his parents had it coming. Let's go finish the job.
Can you see
This damage compensating.
Oh, what in the hell? There's someone over here?
Powering down weapons, sir.
Oh, laser pistol. Take that. What do we not need? Let's see. We don't need this. We don't need these, because at this point scrapping them is getting us nowhere. Security baton we don't need. Don't need that. I probably should have done that whole thing stealthily. That was pointless and tragic. Yeah, pretty much. There's a little bitch running around out here somewhere. It's too bad we don't have Killable Children mod installed. Could actually finish the job. Annihilate the... There he is.
If they're out there, we'll find them.
Yo! Don't ignore... God will understand. Wow. Where's he at? There he is. Good riddance. Hey, shithead. You should ignore me? A-hole.
How may I assist you? Picking up something.
Well done, sir.
Stun baton. Got some... Ooh, a power
Never been to this
fist.
particular factory before, but
Where'd
once
the body
Jackson
go?
spotted the mechanist
Where's the
robots,
big guy?
he turned around immediately.
We will deal with the mechanist in due time. Right now, I'm not too worried about it.
If there's anything I can do for you, please let me know.
Oh no, I don't like this. And now it looks like it's boiling over into real shit of a show too. With this little neighborhood here. Oh, it's the Gunners. I think that's part of the quest though. Okay, we're over encumbered. Donovan. You're gonna carry some stuff. You're gonna carry the Tessa's Fist, the clothing, the hub flowers, the buff out. The frag mine, the laser pistol, laser rifle, the plasma grenade, the power fist, stun baton.
What can I do for you?
Just carry my stuff. It's okay. At this point, it was gonna be morbid after a point anyway, because I borrowed a stim pack. I think it's funny how they lost their shit over a stim pack. They're like, but you're ghouls. They're ghouls. They don't even need stim packs.
That's the last of them.
Is it really the last then? Because I thought that we were done here and there's still so many more. Let's go loot their corpse at least. Anything good we can use? So there's a military, a private army out here called the Gunners, and they just love to start fights. Makes it easy. Let's see. For the Radaway, I think at least that's how it works in the show. I don't know how it works in the game. Radaway keeps you from becoming irradiated. But stim packs, which is what I took. I'm pretty sure I took a stim pack. Unless I wasn't paying attention. I don't know how it works. Realistically. Can you move, Ada? This is a board, okay. Huh.
We may have an enemy. Nice try.
Amusingly simple.
Amusingly simple. Not even remotely kidding. Let's get all the vegetables we can. We're going to need it. I don't like planting gourds because they just take up so much space. Still, need all the food we can get.
And here I thought that raiders were the lowest form of humanity in the Commonwealth.
Careful, sir. I don't think we're alone. Enemies over here.
I think we're near Quincy. We have to be near Quincy. There's got to be a reason why these people are showing up en masse like this. Oh, we're in the Quincy ruins. This is where the Minutemen got raided by gunners. Alright, fine. It's payback time.
Time to end this.
I guess Ada's dead. Okay, there's a guy with a nuclear gun launcher somewhere around here.
Violence protocols engaged.
I'm glad to see you're still standing with us, Winter.
Violence minute.
That was bad.
I'm taking severe shoulder damage.
Where are they at? Oh, shit. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. What do I have in my box of toys? This will work, I guess. This isn't working. The laser rifle isn't working. Let's do... Hasta la vista, baby. I hope he plays football. Oh, good, we got him. I didn't think he was going to catch the football. Catch the football. That was humiliating. Okay. Aim directly at him then. It didn't work. I'm wasting mini nukes at this point. Dead. There's a guy in this room. Oh, jeez. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Because that's the sound of it they're all making right now.
I hope we find out what happened to my mom and dad.
Alright, I guess this is divine intervention. I guess this is divine intervention. I'm not really sure. Alright, let's just go. Let's just go this way. Hope for the best. Okay. This way, I suppose. Just can't even. Let's take the buff out. Teddy bear. I'm looking for things for Christmas, guys. Just relax. Now we can go to Walmart. There's no Walmarts in the Commonwealth. If there were, well, there'd probably be a Super Duper Mart. And if there's a Super Duper Mart, they'd probably pick clean. Do you think there's more than one Super Duper Mart in the Commonwealth? Because I do need to go Christmas shopping at some point for everybody. I mean, I know it's only June, but like I got planned 6 months ahead. Oh, look at this! They're alive, I think.
Are you in there?
Billy! Billy!
Son? Is that really you?
It's me. It's really
Where are their
me.
noses?
Oh my god! We thought you were dead.
What happened?
I can't even. I can't even. What the fuck?
The radiation changed us. Looks like it did the same thing to you.
Don't worry about it, Billy. Your dad and I
We
don't
need to
care what
annihilate
you
the
look
ghoul
like.
threat.
We still love you.
Load your weapons, boys. We're gonna knock them out of the park. All three of them.
It's been so
kidding.
long.
Look at her
Thank you
shoes.
for bringing us back our little boy.
Yeah?
You there, in the house. I want those ghouls, especially that kid. You can give him up peaceful like, or die trying to save him.
Why
We
does he
found
want
ourselves a
me?
pedophile.
God, they want Billy.
They won't
Because
take
they're
us, Jack.
pedophiles.
At least not alive. Billy, get upstairs.
So we're gonna go kill the pedophiles or what? They're gone.
You don't mind if we check for ourselves, do you? You should have taken my offer the first time.
Careful, sir. I don't think we're alone.
Wait. What am I doing? I have tools at my disposal here.
Prepare to be annihilated.
Donovan, save me.
Resistance is futile.
You are really
Your
pissing me
destruction
off.
is at hand.
I am so sorry, Donovan. Let me just give you a little shock for your system. Do you think they're gonna come back for more?
Time for you to perish.
Engaging hostile target.
Oh, they're all dead. All right. Seriously, there's more. There's more. There's more. I like how Fred picked up the plasma. Oh my God, Donovan. Okay, is there anyone else? Is there any more? Because every time I put my gun away, another 15 pop up. Is there any fucking more? Any more at all? No? Okay, cool. Go loot the corpses later.
You made me think they were dead.
Thank you for bringing us back our little boy. And saving us from that man.
Of course, no problem. Glad we found you, I guess.
Here, take this. I wish I had more to give you, but we don't have much.
Where did I put that? Huh?
Gotta get
All
some
right.
more ammo soon.
Let's go loot all the corpses now. I don't even want to know what happened when I launched that mini nuke. Like, is there even anyone left over here? Oh, there's one. Where's the other ones? There's like 3. Oh, here they are. They're all just huddled up together. Okay. Now that we've dealt with all the, oh, there's more. There's so many dead bodies. I like how they just carried a surplus of food on them. That mini nuke really did the trick. Alright, now here's the thing. Quincy is that way. I think we should avoid Quincy for right now. What? Congratulations. Holy moly, Ada's personal space. Alright, let's see. So, wait, we passed by Quincy on the way here. That's kind of funny. Alright, let's see. The FMS Northern Star, the Warwick Homestead. At some point, we're going to have to go back to Quincy and take care of those people. But right now, not really a priority. Let's go back to Sanctuary. Oh. Stretching and yawning my spine. Okay. So first things first, do I have any magazines we can drop off? No. Okay. Let's see. I could have sworn I had more junk on me. Whatever. At this point in time, it's not worth complaining about. Let's see. Let's put the mines away, this away, that away. Bubblegum, buff out this. Sweet roll. Excuse me, Ada. Robo titties. Let's see. Oh, do we have jet still? Please tell me we still have our jet. Okay, good. Good. That is literally all that matters. So let's go put... You know when I was running over to the red machine to put the food in the thing? I could have just done it right here. Because... I'm over here being a complete dumbass. Let's put the hub flower away, the melon... Yeah. Something exciting, I'm sure. Good to know. Alright, do we have to make some ammo, or do we have a whole team's ready to go? Alright. What should we do? Go to Nuka World. Apparently we can go on a family trip. A new threat. Investigate the General Atomics factory. Pikmin's gift. Retrieve Pikmin's gift. We should probably go do that too. Fire sport. Speak to Paladin Dance. Being that we have 2 ghouls, I don't know if that's a good idea. Vault Tech calling. I really don't feel like doing that DLC right now. Out of the fire. Travel to Finch Farm. Should probably do all these settlement areas. Story of the century. Go to Piper's office. Wait. Yeah, that continues the main story, I guess. We owe it to Mom Murphy to do the main story. Let's see. Find information about the area. Let's go to Diamond City. We gotta sell off this jet anyway. Let's see. Where's Diamond City at? There's the market right there. We're gonna play Mafia after this, just so it's out there. I'm just kind of. I wanted to play the game because we fixed it. We fixed the game! Yay! It's a glitch with Quick Resume, which I don't know why Quick Resume's doing that, but I wasn't talking to you.
What kind of things you ask?
All right, let's see.
Tell you. I have heard they have taken over.
How do I want to go about this?
Shopping at night? Diamond City Surplus is always open.
Look at the compass here. So the only thing we'll have is leaving.
Everyone else may be closed, but Diamond City Surplus is open 24 hours a day.
Let's barter.
Oh, goody.
You got 246 caps. I wonder what we can get for that.
They say the old Boston Commons got some crazy bird living in it. Or something.
Thanks, I think.
Oh, wow. You're tall.
What's Winter doing?
Looking for? We have
My God, Winter and Ada are getting along. They're gossiping. Are you getting along with your new friend? Oh, now you pretend like you're shopping. Okay. Alright. I see what it is.
Do yourself a favor and just say yes. It's all he understands.
Yes. For 20 bowls of noodles, it costs 900 caps. Kiss my ass. It just... Are you fucking me insane? Alright, let's see. Let's see. Public occurrences, Diamond City's newspaper, Super Salon, Power Noodles.
Can't believe you eat that food. Only one thing worth buying in the Dugout Inn, and that's the booze.
Yeah, it's gotta eat. What can I say?
A real Diamond City boy eats at the noodle stand.
You read the
Institute?
paper? Damn
I ain't
sense.
scared of them.
Hiding among
No,
us.
really. Swear.
Alright. At this point, I'll bite. Let's get some booze.
Vadim, I need to talk. just a minute, Yetim. I am in middle of story. So then, I am crossing river, right?
This is a
Wearing
bar.
nothing but a smile. When out comes the most dangerous of all sea monsters. A Mirelurk!
A miter lurk? Come on. That's like 2 out of 10 points of danger tops. Now, if you want to talk something really deadly.
Redeem! I forgot you were there, Yetim. What is it?
You know what? Never mind. I'll handle it myself.
See this bar? I killed a man for it. No, I kid. He is dead, though. Now, let me know when you're ready to order.
Sure. I'll get a couple drinks.
Music to my ears.
Alright, what do they got? 67 caps. Guess we could settle for some cheap ass booze, but like. I guess I'll get a. Hold on, how many people are in our party? Donovan, Fred, Winter, Ada, me. The five. I'll get 5 beers. Thanks.
Man, this damn speeches.
Where the fuck is everybody? Wait, why did I buy Ada a beer? She doesn't drink, she's a robot. Ada, do you want a beer? Take a beer. Just drink the beer.
You ain't gonna last what you leave.
Or don't. Donovan?
Sir?
There you go, get a beer. Where's Fred at? Fred! Jackass, come here.
Do I look like I have time for idle chit-chat?
Alright, fuck you. Winter gets 2 then. Winter. Gonna get you blind drunk.
Yes.
There you go. Tastes like shit.
You there. We need to have a conversation.
Do I know you?
No. But I've heard of you. I'm always looking for people who know how to handle themselves in dangerous situations.
What's the job?
I don't know yet. Whatever needs to be done once my boss has had a look at you. I can assure you that it will be dangerous. And that you'll be paid fairly.
I want a reward.
You'll get paid the starting rate, like everybody else. If you turn out to be as useful as you claim, then we can talk about a raise. By the way, I'm Edward Deegan. You'll mostly be working for me, but you'll need to talk to my boss first. His name is Jack Cabot. He likes to personally interview everyone I hire. He's careful like that. Come down to Cabot House in Beacon Hill and ask to talk to Jack. I'll let him know you're coming.
Hi, Donovan. Enjoying yourself over there? Who the fuck was that guy? Okay. Like, you just expect me to show up. What's going on over here?
Hi there. You can order drinks and food here or at the bar.
Thank you, ma'am. I didn't realize I was retarded. I think I could figure that out myself. I know Fred just walking around opening every door. Don't have bridal chit chat, huh, Fred? Alright, maybe she is drinking it. Like, it's really hard to tell. Actually, robots would consider alcohol generally be very energy rich. They even talked about making alcohol fueled cars in the past. That would make sense. That would make sense. Well, who's the owner?
The Bobrov brothers picked this place up a few years ago. Vadim Bobrov is the loud one, Yefim Bobrov is the quiet one, and I'm the one that has to listen to them argue with each other all day.
Barter, I guess?
Hopefully nothing will poison you.
I don't want to hear that. Take the bobby pins, take the ammo.
beat it.
Ooh, that's what I want. I want that right up there.
You ever know anyone that's
Excuse
been
me?
taken?
Thank the wall? No.
What do they do
Just
with
buy
them?
or sell
Where
whatever
do they
you
take
need
them?
and get lost. Hey, keep your voice down.
Everybody here's a dick. But Winter's having a good time. That's what matters, right? Who the hell are you?
Go and talk to Jack. Then we can get down to business.
But I don't want to work for you. I have questions about anything at this point. All right.
Oh, a customer. Need a room?
No, I got my own place.
Well, it's vacant if you ever need it.
I'm gonna go outside. It's like in real life, I can never get myself to enjoy a bar, to be honest. It just doesn't suit me. Ever. For any reason. Oh, you're all done. I guess we're waiting on Donovan now. Alright. I got Donovan's the one who decided to take his sweet time in there. Oh, Donovan's done. Cool. Let's go explore this place. Second.
My dad says not to talk to strangers.
I wasn't talking to you. Mind your own business. Let's see. Mom Murphy said look in the Diamond City for
You shoot people and stuff?
something.
My dad says outside to shoot people.
Sometimes you gotta wonder, does anyone fight back? Institute has to have enemies, right?
What? You mean the railroad? That's a fairy tale, man. They don't
Huh.
exist.
Nah, I heard from my cousin. He knows a guy that works for him. They got a code phrase and everything. Follow the Freedom Trail.
The hell is that supposed to mean?
Follow the Freedom
That
Trail.
kind of talk is gonna get you smacked.
Where was Piper's thing at? It was in the front of the place again? I remember once I murdered everyone in Diamond City. Anyway, it was a long time
Word
ago.
is, something bad went down in the old Museum of Witchcraft up near Salem. Why would anyone even go there? Been abandoned forever.
I heard there was a death claw in that place. Like a really mean one. Really? How do you know anything about the Institute? No one ever survives it. That's the truth of it, right? If everyone the Institute touches dies, how do you know anything about them? How can you expose them, for that matter? And here we are inside of... We're all in Piper's house. The five of us. Just the five of us. Alright, let's see. Okay. She said come to this place. I'm just gonna wake her up, I guess. Yo!
Glad you dropped by. You holding up, Blue?
Blue? What does that mean?
'Cause you're a vault dweller? I know you're not wearing the blue jumpsuit right now, but the Pip-Boy and the fish out of water look... Dead giveaways. So here's the deal. I want an interview. Your life story in print. I think it's time Diamond City had a little outside perspective on the Commonwealth. You do that, and I'll tell you what. I'll come with you. Watch your back while you get used to the world above ground.
It's not a good offer. Because, A, I've been doing Fallout 4 since 2015. That's roughly 10 years. 10 years of this, and I need someone to watch my back? Kiss my ass. I only bring Winterfred and Dawn along because they're family. And Ada, well, that was forced upon me, let's be honest here. Also, on top of it all, I'm not a vault dweller. I was a vault dweller like until I was 19, and then I left in the Capital Wasteland like some time ago. That was since 2013, mind you. So, like, honestly, this bitch doesn't know shit about me. And she's over here like, you're a retard. I need to take care of you. I'm like, really? Really? Are you serious? Okay. Quick save. What's involved here?
I ask you who you are, get your opinion on life out there, and maybe load up a few tough questions and keep it interesting. What do you say?
Sure. Not a vault dweller, but okay.
Good. Let's get down to business. So, you've seen the Commonwealth, Diamond City. How does it compare to your old life?
It's fun destroying things.
Gotta make my job hard for me, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, if that's the quote, that's the quote. For the last part of our interview, I'd like to do something different.
The
I want
last
you to make
part?
a statement to Diamond City directly. The threat of kidnapping
wasn't
is all
much of
but
an interview.
ignored in the Commonwealth. Everyone wants to pretend it just doesn't happen. What would you say to someone out there who's lost a loved one but might be too scared or too numb to the world to look for them?
People ignore that. Like, see, that's the problem I have with this entire situation. No, not really, because when the trolls thing happened, people did the same shit, didn't they? They're like, "Oh, that's not really happening," which is just the dumbest concept, but it's actually a thing. Get revenge, murder as many things as possible. Start with the mosquitoes.
I'll take anger over apathy any day. Good quote. Thanks, Blue.
Don't call
That's
me Blue.
everything. It's gonna take some time to put this all together, but I think your story is gonna give Diamond City plenty to talk about. Look, I didn't know if you were on the up and up
Wasn't
before.
much of an interview
Didn't
at
want to
all.
waste my friend's time, but I think he can help you. His name's Nick Valentine, a detective extraordinaire. Got an office here in Diamond City. Just look for the neon sign with the heart in it.
That sounds completely useless.
That's what most people say, until they need him. And don't look now, Blue, but you do. Anyway, I agreed to come with you, right? Watch your back. Just say the word when you're ready. I can't wait to see where the story goes next.
I'm gonna take the stim pack because the option says take. Take your ammo. I'm also gonna loot off the rest of your shit because I don't like you very much, Viper.
What's that for?
Get the fuck out of my way. I know it's her house, but like, Jesus. Alright. That bitch was coming on me, Winter. Yeah, she was trying to make me cheat on you. And I don't believe in that. You go tell that hoe that she touches me, you'll cut her tits off and shove them up her ass. Yeah, I said it in front of the child. Who the fuck brought the child in here? Must be like family of the girl or something. Anyway, let's get the fuck out of this dump. Fuck. Hold on. I should have taken. I was supposed to take a shit on their step before I left, but that might be a bit much. Oh, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna do it. Where's? How did I end up all the way over here? Move, guys. I gotta get shit on their doorstep. Hey, Piper. This is what I. What? Piper. This is what I think of you. We're all doing it. Oh! Oh! Oh, I should not have had those spicy Doritos. Hold on, hold on. Oh, I had some pork and beans yesterday. Oh, God damn. And she's over there taking a cigarette. She's like, my life sucks. Oh, Winter. Winter, yours stinks. Holy shit. Winter has farted in the past, and it has been death farts. All right. Everybody pull up your pants. Wipe your asses. Hold on. I got a paper roll, paper towels. Everybody get a base. All right, just wipe. Just wipe. You're all not going to wipe? You're all disgusting. Fuck Piper. I don't like her at all. So like, you want me to go with you and watch your bag? Wink, wink. Kissy, kissy, smooch face. I'm like, I'm with Winter. Right, Winter? What are you telling them all winter? All right. All right. I made sure to wipe my ass before we left. I promise. All right. That being said, we're never going to recruit Piper because she sucks. Why does she suck? Because she keeps calling me Blue. I'm not a Vault Dweller. I'm an NCR Ranger. I was born out here. More or less. Hold on. I itch my eye.
I'm not supposed to talk to people I don't know.
Then don't talk to them. You're the one starting the conversation, you little shit. You don't have...
Conceivable good you could ever need is right here. If we don't have it, it's inconceivable.
Sure, let's see what we got.
Excellent.
One cap, you can fuck off. Alright, well, let's go talk to Nick Valentine, I guess. Progress
Hey,
the main story.
I think those Bobrov brothers are looking for you.
Why? Why? Dude, did Donovan do something stupid while we were gone? I'm gonna have to apologize for my ghoul friend because all he does is do chat and do stupid shit when I'm not around.
Oh, here we go.
Quiet, Yiffy. All right, you. Tell me. Diamond City Radio? It's terrible, yes? Makes you want to cut your own ears off.
I haven't noticed.
You listen to it. It grates on ears like sandpaper. This DJ Travis, he is disaster. Something must be done, and soon. We will have customers suiciding before long.
Vadim!
It's true. Don't listen to my brother. Someone needs to get rid of him. We need a new DJ for the radio. I don't think many would notice if he, you know, disappeared.
I guess.
It would be quick and probably mostly painless. You just first leak him out of town.
All right, that's enough. Vadim isn't serious. He doesn't really want to kill Travis.
No, we're just having a laugh at this point.
Hey, okay, good. I didn't want you to get the wrong idea.
It's true. Only jokes. Travis is a good friend. Yefim and I worry about him.
Well, Travis, he means well, but he does not have the confidence he needs for that job, or anything else, really. And so he's always awkward. He does not believe in himself, you see? He expects he will fail at everything, and so he does.
Maybe we can turn around? You know, like smack him upside the head?
This is what I'm telling Yefim. Go on, spoil sport. Go back to working. We will figure out how to help Travis. Come, you. Meet me in back room. We discuss plan.
Glad we haven't scared you off yet. Need a room?
No. Not in the
Whatever it
slightest.
is, leave me out of it.
Oh, hello again.
Go fuck
I can take your
yourself.
order whenever you're ready.
Yeah, a bottle and crack it over his head.
Come, have a drink. I didn't buy bar to sell water.
Yeah, sure.
Music to my ears. I am glad you are willing to help. Unlike my deadbeat brother. Travis is a good guy. He deserves better life.
So what are the details of this plan that you have going on here?
Ever been in bar fight?
Yes, many times.
Excellent! Because you are going to help Travis win his first fight. I want to stage fight here in Dugout. Nothing too serious. We make sure Travis wins and feels good about himself after. I want you to be there to help make it look real. What do you think? Sound good to you?
Yeah, sure. It sounds like that could work.
Why not soon as possible? I have contacts, people I can count on. Real tough looking, but they will take a dive for money. They confront Travis here at Dugout. You step in and give him push he needs to stand up to them. Then you and Travis take them down. Nothing gets too rough. And Travis is something he can feel good about. Simple, right? I have everything ready by 6 o'clock. Travis should be here by then. You show up and it will go well. Promise.
Okay. Well, everybody take a load off. We're gonna be here a bit. They got Ada's just serving people. Wait. On 12 hours. 12 hours is 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m. No one's have to wait 9 minutes. You can hear Travis on the radio. Got like a few minutes to get his ass down here. This bar is dead. Oh, God. I had to have changed the setting for time to take longer in the game to actually pass. Because, oh. That's Baloney. And that must be Travis. Yo, what's up?
I'm only here for a drink.
Maybe I don't like your little radio program. What you have to say about that?
What's this about?
Maybe I don't like your little radio program. What you have to say about that?
Yeah! Look, I don't want any trouble.
Maybe I don't like your little radio program. What you have to say about that? I don't like you, and I don't like your radio. What
Here
you gonna
to help.
do about it?
I mean, I'm not really looking to cause, trouble. I have no idea what I did to deserve this. I just wish they'd go away.
Take a stand. Come on, don't be a bitch.
I don't think I could do that thing that you're describing.
You take the screwdriver, you stick into his
With these
nutsack.
men, it could turn violent.
I just told you to take a screwdriver and stick into his... Okay. So, don't be a coward. Just do it.
I'm not a coward.
There you go. Now say it to him.
Okay, that's enough.
Oh, I'm sorry. You say something.
I said, I said that's enough. Leave me alone.
Look at you. Let me think about that for a second. Nah, I don't think so.
I mean it. Leave me alone.
Sounds like you were thinking about saying, or else. Were you, Travis? Were you gonna say, or else? I'm wondering what comes after that. What you gonna do, little man?
I'll beat you up.
Big mistake, Travis. I'm gonna destroy you and your friend here.
I'm immortal. Come on, Travis, kick his ass. I can only take so many punches. I like how they're cornering me. There we go.
My jaw. Bullshit, man. Just bullshit. This is bullshit, man. This is not what I signed up for. This ain't over. You hear me?
All right, now what?
Whoa. I can't believe it. We did it.
Knew you could do it.
I can't believe it. You were right. Oh. I've got things to do now. Listen, really, I can't thank you enough.
He's like, I'm gonna go get laid. Vadim, where's my money for that?
I think that went well. Ready for next part of foolproof plan?
More fighting, I assume?
No. This part is simple. You have seen Scarlet, yes? She has worked here for some time. Now, I am just simple bartender, but I see things. I see how Travis looks at her, and I see that sometimes she looks at him. If someone who was not her employer suggests that she go spend time with Travis, it might do him some good.
Why me? Why can't you do it?
Think about it. I am Scarlett's boss. I tell her she needs to go see Travis. Suddenly she is thinking she is no longer just waitress. Just do whatever it takes to get
That
her
makes
to
sense.
agree to see Travis. And this will all be worth it. And you and I never talked about this, all right?
All right, I guess I'll go talk to Scarlet.
Whatever
Who's
it is,
Scarlet?
leave me out of it.
We got our own problems.
Let's see. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, that's right, on the data. Confidence, man. Let's remove this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. Alright, let's see. This way. Actually, hold up. You know what? Let me see what you got.
So, how goes the matchmaking?
You got any booze?
So,
Dick.
how goes the matchmaking?
Booze often boost charisma. I'm not sure how that makes any sense.
Nice pip boy.
How does booze boost charisma? I'm not entirely sure. All I do know is that when people get drunk, they're usually complete husks of what they used to, or they pretend to be on a general sense. Oh, the mayor. Yo.
I'm on a break right now.
I wanted to talk to you about Travis, if you have a moment.
Travis? Really? Did he mention me? I heard about the fight. Travis was... well, He was brave.
Yes, he was. You should really pay him a visit.
You think?
Yes.
I mean, I've definitely noticed him. Maybe... No. No, I couldn't just go over there.
Come on, it'd be a great thing for you to go do that. I think he likes you.
Everybody, I need everyone.
Okay, I will. I'll go see him.
Thank God.
Thanks.
That is on everyone's mind.
All right, let's go talk to the Yafim. Hold on, let's go watch this.
Diamond City has stood united for over 150 years. And what keeps us united are two things. First is the great green guardian behind me, the wall.
I'm just so tempted right now.
From the
Hold on. Hold on.
filth of the outside. And second, over here.
I was kidding. 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 They got really upset when I did that.
Diamond City has stood united for over 150 years. And what keeps us united are two things. First is the great green guardian behind me, the wall, our protector and our savior from the filth of the outside.
All right,
And
Donald
second
Trump.
is our faith and trust in each other. The faith and trust that has given us prosperity.
The second he said the wall and the filth that is on the outside of that wall, I immediately thought Donald Trump. Immediately thought Donald Trump.
Security and education for every citizen. And while the paper might point their fingers at synths and other ghost stories to drive us apart, we will not betray this sacred trust. Now, I want everyone to hear these next words very carefully. I am not a synth. I am the same flesh and blood boy who grew up on these streets, who was born in a shack just down the waterfront from Martha and Patrick McDonough. And I will not abandon my city due to the heinous allegations of the press. God bless this city. God bless the wall.
Immediately, I think of Donald Trump, which says, God bless the wall. Hold on, let's go. You know, I agree that he's full of shit. Let's find out. All right, I'm going to look this up on roboticmayors.com. Let's see. Is Mayor McDonough a synth? Oh, major typo. Oh. Oh. There's a quest triggered by Justin Ao. And you can also find evidence. Okay. Spoiler alert. Because apparently, being a member of the My House crew, I have tools that nobody else has in the world, right? In the game, Vault 4, you can discover that Mayor McDonough is a synth by completing the main quest line with a non-Institute faction and then starting the In Sheep's Clothing quest in Diamond City, triggered by Justin Ao, which at this point is whatever. Alternatively, you can find evidence of his synth identity in the Institute's Synth Retention Bureau, the SRB. So Mayor McDonough is unique designation M762 and is the mayor of Diamond City and a secret Institute agent. So he's a robot. Well, this is why I ask. This is why I bring this up. If someone says they're not a synth, they're a synth. Like that. If someone has to bring it up, I'm just letting you all know that I'm not a synth, that's usually a red flag. Yep, he's so full of shit. Who said that, by the way? Was that you? Golden.
Whatever you want, I ain't got time.
I just don't know what to do with that. Can we steal this? Ooh, we can harvest these. Sweet. Alright, let's see. I guess we're gonna go talk to Yafim now, or where the fuck his name is. The Russian guy, I guess. Is he supposed to be Russian? I can't tell. I have a feeling that this Confidence Man quest is going to go somewhere south. Oh no.
This is terrible. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. He was up to no good, and look what's happened now. We've got to help. I can't do it. You've got to help me.
Help you what?
I am talking about Vadim. They took him. Those men, the ones that messed with Travis, they came back. Said Vadim owed them money, that they had a deal. He wouldn't pay, and that they grabbed him and said that they would make him pay. And then they just dragged him out. You have to do something. Please tell me you can do something.
Yeah, I'll bring him back, sure.
Please just bring him back. He's an idiot, but he's my brother. I'd go with you, but someone has to stay here. Also Travis. Maybe he knows where they took him.
Alright, let's go look for Travis. I had a feeling this was going to go south. I just couldn't figure out which way it was going to go. You know, if he's a synth, do you think we can hack him? Maybe then we can take over this whole town. No, I don't really think that's an option. I wasn't trying to. I was walking by you. Give me your fucking food. You have no food. Eating a plate of scrap. Not scrap, but I was trying to say shit. Then I thought crap would be better.
Need some custom hardware? We got a free workbench for all your modifications.
Who needs a swatter?
Scopes,
This town
clip
just feels
sizes,
dead.
Barrels.
Hub of trade for all Diamond City right here.
I know that there's not a whole lot really going on in this town. But really, can we know that Starfield is somehow more dead than this? Cyberpunk is more dead than Starfield at this point. Well, not really. Cyberpunk's got some stuff going on in it. But for some reason, these games don't feel alive. You know what I mean? Just irritating. Oh, there we go. He lives in the trailer. It's just, I don't want to walk in here and see him and Scarlett getting it on. Just, I don't need that image in my head.
What's going on?
Oh my god, put some clothes on. No, wait. Let me just, yo, I need your help. Have you seen Vadim? Stuff happened.
That's not a funny joke. Like, at all.
Do you think it's a joke?
Ha ha ha. Wait, what? Really? Oh man, wow, is this is because of what happened, isn't it? It's my fault.
It's totally your fault. Now, we need to figure out what happened to him, so let's start talking.
Oh man, I can't believe this. Look, I don't really. I mean, I don't have a lot of friends. If Vadim is missing,
I can relate to that.
Or in trouble, or whatever, then I'm gonna help get him back.
Do you think you're capable?
You're talking about killing people, aren't you?
Yes.
If that's what it takes. I've heard
Good.
enough to know they'll probably hold up at the old Beantown Brewery. We gotta go in there, show them we mean business, and then we can bring Vadim back, and everything will be okay. Right?
More or less.
I'll get a gun, and I'll meet you there. We'll settle this.
Alright, guys, let's go commit a major... Oh, you were in here. This is awkward.
I'm on a break right now.
That's the best way to put it. Can you all, excuse me, I gotta get to the door. I can't leave until y'all is there ever supposed to be this many people in a trailer?
I gotta get my stuff together.
I don't give a shit. It's just this is ridiculous. Alright. Can we all agree not to stand by the door next time? I love you, Winter. And Donovan, you're my closest friend. And Fred, I've known you for years. Ada, fuck off. And you? Go be a whore somewhere else. But can we all agree not to hoard the door space? I need to be able to get out. Okay. Fuck out of my way. I was trying to push her into the mud, but apparently that's not an
So
option.
it's true then? You're leading the Minutemen? Good for you. Great cause.
Cool. I'm glad you support us. It's not that I want to be a part of the Minutemen. It's just it seemed like the easy way to level up at the time.
You.
medicinal needs.
Chems aren't medicine.
Hey, who wants to look beautiful? Hairstyles from across the Commonwealth.
Read all about it. Institute
Let's
replaces
see.
people with machines. Are you next?
No, they would never replace me. They would, if anything, they graft parts onto me. That's what the metal arm was all about. Beyond that, hold on. Can we just fast travel there? How close is it? Move the marker. Let's see. Let's find out where the beanery is. Oh, we've been to the beanery. Let's go and get there right now. Do 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 do. We're gonna commit a murder tonight. Do 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 do.
Oh,
Right.
thank God. You're here. So this is it. Odds are if they've got Vadim, he's inside. We're gonna be okay, right?
Just stay cool, man. It's gonna be fine. Don't think about it too much.
Okay, right. Sure. Yeah. Any last minute advice? I've never done anything like this.
Well, to quote Thor in Avengers Infinity War, always aim for the head. I would say stay calm or stay behind me. You know what? Stay behind me. Just shoot first.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Let's get him.
Go for it. Oh, you want me to lead? Okay. This is great. I love this chaotic madness that we're kind of participating in.
Get some, motherfucker!
No more hiding for you.
His legs came off. Well, you know what they say.
Hey, who's there?
I'm not entirely sure.
What do you think?
Make sure you don't need anything useful. Let me know.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I will let you know when.
Cut down on the jet.
I hope you aren't expecting me to sort through this clutter.
No, not in the slightest.
Oh, it's on! You
Careful,
are so
sir.
dead!
I don't think we're alone. Something.
Hundreds of times.
Fuck out of my way, Ada.
Never fear, sir. We'll emerge victorious.
You guys just standing here with your thumbs up your asses. Let's go this way and just blow something up.
Thank you. I didn't know if anyone would come. I thought perhaps this is the end. Thank you. Thank you. You are a true friend.
You're welcome. You're also an idiot, but you're welcome.
You are a good man. These idiots had caps and chems just lying around. They did not notice when I filled my pockets.
Really?
You deserve what I took. Ah, and Travis, I am surprised to see you here.
Hey, Vadim. I'm glad you're safe.
How did you get roped into this?
I wasn't forced or anything. I wanted to help.
You are full of surprises, my friend.
Go loot all the corpses and get the hell out of here. Do I even want to know what happened to this guy? So the guy from the fight got turned into goo. God, that must suck. Imagine you're like some hotshot bimbo and you just get turned into plasma. Vampire food, pretty much. Alright, let's just... Apparently there's a cockroach in here somewhere. God damn, we gotta go talk to Travis. Because apparently he's just having a mental breakdown and just staying inside this room. Asshole, what the fuck? I thought you were going with us.
Man, what a day, huh? Hey, listen. I wanted to say thanks. This has been... well, it's been crazy. But I've learned a lot, I think.
Good to hear.
Thanks. After all this, I think about the things that had me worried so much, and it just seems... silly, you know? Like, was I really that worried about just being on the radio? That's nothing compared to being beaten up, shot at. I can do so much more. And I need to. Anyway, thanks again. I owe you.
I guess giving us a little bit of XP is a way around it. Let's see. Down. It's not down, okay. Oh, fuck you. Sick. Sick.
I often forget people need to use the keyboard.
Let's see, what is this? Hold on, we got some news. Supreme Court rules Mexico can't sue U.S. gun makers over cartel violence. Yeah, that would make no sense, because we're not the ones giving them the guns. Let's see. At least you would think, right? Like, where do the cartels get their guns? U.S. lawmakers. Oh, that's dandy. All right. Also, how could Mexico sue the U.S.? Can countries go into lawsuits with other countries? Where is that courtroom held? Like realistically, hold on, Ada. I have a thought here. Realistically, if the United States were to sue Mexico, who is the person in question that is the plaintiff versus the defendant, right? And also, who's our lawyer? Is our lawyer from another country? Like, does India step in and say, I'll represent you today? Also, where does that courtroom get held? Because it can't be in Mexico. That would make no sense. And then, like, is it in the U.S.? Of course not. So, like, do we have Canada be where Mexico and U.S. sues each other? Like, realistically, does the United States go into Mexico to sue them in Mexico, or does Mexico into the U.S. to sue them in the U.S.? If Mexico goes inside the U.S. to sue the U.S., that feels unfair because the U.S. is going to say you lose by default. Same thing with Mexico. So, like, why would you have your suing going on in the courtroom in either of these two countries? But then again, it's like you have to go to another country. You have to bring in a third, you have to loop some other guy, some innocent country into it. Like, hey, we need to sue each other. We need your country for a minute. Like, it just doesn't make no sense. Like, how does that even work? How does Mexico ever sue the U.S. as a whole? Like, I'm suing the U.S. for X amount of money. Like, it can't be for $50,000. It's got to be a lot of money, right? So, like, you got to imagine, there's a lot of money. This is how countries can get rich again. Just sue each other. But even then, it's like, you know, the U.S. can be sued by every country on Earth at this point because the U.S. has been leading more warmongering for, like, decades. We've been sitting here creating conflicts for decades just to... This is the excuse that the United States has, is that what they want to do is they want to tear down a country, you know, drop a bunch of, you know, explosive tools, right? And then rebuild it pretty much for the purpose of making it better. But they have to have a conflict, so they have an excuse to do that. Which, the question I have is, if the other country is always on board with it, like for, let's say, Afghanistan was, right? Because Biden didn't just give them everything for no reason. It was warmongering. 9/11 was an inside job. We all know this now for sure. But, like, if the other country's on board with it, why not just ask us for help with demolition and rebuilding? Like, why do they need to stage a terrorist attack each and every time? You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make no fucking sense. So, like, I'm just kind of, like, at this point in my life where I just have to understand that warmongering is a really common thing. We don't understand why they do it, because why do you need to stage a show? Like, just tear it down and rebuild it on their behalf. Like, I know that a lot of Americans don't want to do that because it comes out of our taxpayer dollars, but I guess that's the point, right? We're paying for stupidity. But, like, realistically, the United States can be sued by everybody at this point, because the United States has been doing that for decades, if not much longer. But anyway, we live in a really crappy country over in the United States. Let's put it that way. Let's see. We're going to go this way. Just change the topic entirely now. Just going to go this way. Turn this way. Oh, this way. Oh, actually, no, not that way. Scratch that. This way. Oh, this way. And then this way. Where are we going? So, we had a massacre in the Beanery. That's what they're calling it. It's called the Beanery. Is it still called a Beanery, or is that a lie? Oh, the Beantown Brewery. Why did they say the Beanery, then? I was lied to. Is Travis still in there? God, he's become a raging alcoholic. I hope he doesn't beat Scarlet. Anyway, I guess we'll go back to where the fuck it is we're going. Road to Freedom. God damn it. We have to do all these quests, too. That's the effed up part. When pigs fly. We have to do all these quests and all these things. So what's really stupid about this is that every time they give us something new to do, we have to do it. That's what this playthrough is going to be. That is what this playthrough is going to be. Completing everything they give us to do. And unlocking all the locations on the map. So anything that is not white, and it's got to be cleared too. Like this is like Hester's Consumer Electronics, right? Hold on, I lost it. Hester's Consumer Electronics is cleared. That means we don't need to explore that location again. This one is not, which means we have to go back to Mass Bay Medical Center at some point and make it say cleared. The thing is, with a lot of these locations, for example, what's a good example? There's one over here somewhere. I believe it's this one. Yeah, this is one. This one is locked to a quest. You cannot clear it to complete all the quests in that location. So Arcjet is the Brother of Steel Paladin dance, right? We're going to have to do all the quests to do this too. Which means we're going to have to basically platinum this game and do every single quest and thing there is to offer. This is going to be the ultimate playthrough. That's why I can't add any other mods, because if I add mods, then it becomes unstable and the whole thing crashes. But, let's see. Ranger Cabin. I don't know what is in Ranger Cabin. Because we've gotten rid of every enemy there. What is that? Oh, I saw the tractor. I'm like, why is there a tractor on the map? Just see this random tractor on the map. Like, why is there a tractor? See? When you put it over Ranger Cabin, it looks like this is a tractor just sitting out in the landscape. Go over here. Oh, it's a farm. Jesus Christ. And then we have all of this over here on another note, which is the glowing sea, which is high radiation. That's going to be a bitch to deal with. Alright. I guess we'll go do another quest. Talk to Jack Cabot. I don't want to do it. Here's the thing, though. We have to. Because it's on the quest board. Son of a bitch! I'm fine. Just having a moment. Let's see. What's stats? General. 512 locations discovered. We really went nuts with this. And what's funny is none of this is cheats. There was a mod that gave us the Explorer perks. We could know where everything's at. But we haven't, like, used it to open up locations via mod menus and stuff. The only thing we really have going on that's... Okay, so what is our mod list? People might be curious about that. Because we haven't really discussed that in this playthrough. Let's see. So we have the unofficial Fallout 4 patch. Makes the game work better because this game is a glitchy mess. We got armor and weapons keyword community resource. And we only do that because we need to do that in order to use this. You cannot use Armorsmith without this. And this is just so you can wear things on top of other things. I like wearing a hat with a mask, you know what I mean? Enhanced blood textures makes the blood look better. I like it when it's gory. Mute player voice makes it more role-playable. Cheat terminal, because every now and then you need to be able to spawn things in or use it to fix broken quests and stuff. I don't remember when we've actually used this so far. I think we used it to get 500 resources at one point. I don't remember. So we did cheat a little bit. Let's see. We got unlimited companions because it lets you have more people with you, because I've never understood why they changed it from Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3. Explore Restored allows everything on the map to be findable again, which, let's be honest here, was a perk in the older games. You still have to level up to a certain point to be able to use it, so it's not really a cheat. Then we got dead body handling, because I like to be able to pick up dead bodies. I'll explain. If I want to move them to a certain location and then bury them with Ring of Burial, creates a little burial spot, right? I feel like these two things are handy because then you don't have dead bodies everywhere. Dead body handling also to get rid of dead bodies around your settlement, mole rat, etc. Bugs, things you don't want just laying there forever. Ponytail hairstyles, that gives winners new haircuts. Immortal cats. This is not a cheat. It just makes the cats not dieable. I don't think cats should be allowed to die. I think cats are amazing. No build limit. Well, let's be honest here. I love to build, so maybe that's cheaty. I don't really know. Then we got custom signs. I have yet to use them, but like, if I want to label something, right? Settlement object expansion pack lets me use new items from the build menu. Again, not really cheaty because you have to get all the resources for it in the first place. Female cuts. There's a one in the middle of it called Fang. I wanted to use it. Not really a cheat. Well, I get Wintermute, which is how we get all of our companions. Deadpool movie suit for Fred. We don't plan on using it ourselves. I have the NCR armor for myself. Then we got Ballistic Skull Mask, which are pretty much just Call of Duty stuff. And then Start Me Out so we don't have to play the main story, but we can still play the main story. Basically what Start Me Up does is it makes you an outsider. Instead of being the father to that little shit we all call Sean, instead what it does is it allows you to play as an investigator. You're not a vault dweller. Instead, you're somebody from out in the wasteland. Basically, it's Fallout New Vegas all over again, and it allows you to just be somebody else for a change. Because let's be honest here, the main story, playing as Vault Dweller, is kind of shit. And that's the mods we are using. The rest of them are just there, but I don't have them enabled. If there's not a checkpoint next to them, that means they're not actually usable. So let's see, we got 512 locations discovered. We are vastly better than Fallout 3 at this point. This map must be bigger. It has to be. We have 53 locations cleared, so we're probably 1/10 of the way through all the locations being cleared. Not bad. 19 days have passed since our starting point, which is kind of cool. We've slept for 150 hours, which is actually pretty doable. We've waited for 25 hours. I don't recall that. Let's see. The most caps we've carried so far is 8,000. 197. We've collected 37,000 pieces of junk, which is where we're getting all of our resources from, right? Let's see. We've looted 483 chests. For every location you clear or go through, you're gonna find a chest. Every location has one. So I guess there's some locations we haven't got it. Like maybe like 20-ish locations we haven't. No, 30 locations we haven't got a chest for. That means we fucked up. We found 18 magazines. We've eaten 60 pieces of food in 19 days. You know, overall, we're not doing too bad on food. Like, potatoes and corn, you'd think that we'd be eating less, but still, I guess I am eating a lot. Stim packs, we've taken 77 of them. We've only used 12 things of chems. I didn't recall using any chems. Oh, buff out. That's right, to carry weight. We've used 1 fusion core. We've been addicted 1 time. We've disarmed 17 mines. We haven't exploded any pants. Pants exploded. Is that diarrhea? What does that even mean? It must mean when you pickpocket, you put a bomb in someone's pocket. All right, that, I guess. We haven't eaten no corpses. That's disgusting. Let's see. We've had 3 persuasion successes. Only 3. Wow. Let's see. Everything else is 0. Quests. We've completed 23 quests. 9 Minutemen quests. 10 miscellaneous quests. And 23 quests in total. Or, no, it's way more. 23 quests. 10 miscellaneous objectives. Okay. Combat. We've killed 395 people. Jesus Christ. That just sounds terrible. That sounds absolutely terrible. We've also done no backstabs. How do you even do a backstab? What's a ricochet? Let's see. We've crafted 45 weapon mods. We've harvested 210 plants. God, my stomach is growling. Let's see. Lockpicks. Locks 110. We definitely got the achievement at that point. Computers hacked. Pockets picked. Items stolen. We've only stolen 20 things. God, we haven't needed to steal in this playthrough, really. 9 straight-up murders. No assaults, but 9 murders. Doesn't an assault always lead to a murder, though? If there's points in their health that would show that you'd have to knock off points of health in order to kill them in the first place, if each shot knocks off points, then you're always going to assault somebody before you actually kill them. It starts as an assault, leads to a murder. So there should be 9 assaults and 9 murders, because I don't one-shot people very often in this game. It's not common. So, like, I'm sitting here, how exactly... And trespasses, what the fuck does trespasses mean? I've never known trespassing to be a thing. Oh, if you go into a place that's marked red, that's for civilians and shit, okay. Because raiders don't have trespassing. In Ubisoft games, it's only the bad guys that you can trespass. In Bethesda games, you can only trespass with good guys. Okay, that makes sense. But how do I have 9 murders and no assaults? Like, I'm actually kind of bummed by that. Like, I guess assaults is if they live, right? So if you look at it that way, I guaranteed kill everybody that I actually want to lay hands on, which is really good because that means there's never any witnesses. But holy shit. All right, let's see. We got to figure out where we're going next. Donovan, Fred, Winter, Ada. There we go. Let's do... I guess... Gotta retrieve Pickman's gift after a point. Go to Pickman Gallery and get that gift. What up, bro? How you doing, man?
Someone there?
Get blank, lose.
I swear I must be going crazy. Pack it in, boys. There's nothing out there.
What did he say? Get blank, lose his. He's streaming 5 times a day. Probably. I'm gonna make you into a mod. That'll bring you back. And then if you don't want to be a mod, just let me know. We have a new Nightbot moderator that kind of fine-tunes troll behavior. So, oh, it's
This
in here.
area appears to be unsafe.
But anyway, Marx is technically a banned word.
I wonder what the inventor of the body would give its new primary use in the Commonwealth.
Who's there? Must have a concussion. Fucking seeing things.
Pickman's Blade. Target's believed 20 points of additional damage. Thank you note. Alright. I feel like we should go and remove certain words. I feel like we should go remove some words. Give me a second, guys. I gotta go to chat moderation in the Nightbot menu. Okay, let's see. Move that word. There we go. Fixed it. Just want to remind you all that T-words and a-holes get the boot. Don't piss off the mob machine. Yeah, at this point I'm aware. Okay, he's probably up here.
Get some, motherfucker!
Powering down weapons, sir.
Tactical light combat rifle. What's they got? Not really that important. Pickman's calling card.
Come on out. I'll make it nice and quick. You can trust me.
Alright, we're good. Let's get all of this stuff. Somehow I left some stuff here from last time.
Such interesting finds.
Donovan,
What can I do for you?
you can carry this missile launcher. And these. And this. This. Ooh, I'm hungry. Yeah, if someone's streaming 6 times a day, that's usually a sign that they don't actually have anything else to go do. So, not entirely sure of the situation. I haven't really been paying attention to him, to be honest, because I think I just lost interest in that guy. Like, realistically, why would I want to waste my time on that guy? You know what I mean? Like, he's just not worth my time, I guess, the best way to put it. Hope you were doing well. Sorry about the chat issue. Nightbot gets a little rambunctious when it comes to clearing out the toxicity from our chats. Sometimes even a brief mention of somebody can be considered a problem. You're not banned, I just... Nightbot likes to put people on timeout if they bring up certain words. What's down here? Yeah, I don't feel like going down there right now. Trying to keep our chats with a lot less stupidity, and I guess the way to put it. I don't feel like dealing with the negativity of certain groups of people. And let's be honest here, most of it has just been people whining about the fact that they got criticized, so at that point it makes no sense to have them in here. So at that point, we give them the boot.
Time's up, asshole!
Let's take them out. That was amusingly simple.
But that's why the chat bot is restrictive on those kinds of things. Don't bring up certain things and you won't have these problems. I mean, I could go into detail what you're not supposed to bring up, but like, what's the point of doing it in this video? Because no one's gonna watch a video an hour and 52 minutes in to see what the rules are. It's like, that should be its own video, if anything. But even then, that feels like a dumb reason to make a video, though. Just to warn people, don't talk about these things in our chats anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Hey, Namcap, how you doing, bro? I haven't seen you in a bit. But yeah, I think overall, we're just keeping certain things out of our chats. And the bot gets protected, I guess, way to put it.
Made a big mistake,
Lost but not forgotten. Hopefully, that's the last of them.
I mean, I would maybe make a community post, but like certain things don't need to be discussed. You know what I mean? I think it's cool that we have it, though. The Nightbot has been, for the most part, very helpful. It's kept our chats rather clean, and for the most part, we've ignored a lot of the negativity.
Allows nuclear protection on.
All right, let's see. I really am hungry, though. Like, for real. Where's Cabot House? We go to Cabot House for that interview. I just feel like if we do the Cabot House interview, we're gonna have to stay there for a while. That's Finch Farm. There's Finch Farm, there's County Crossing. Build an active settlement recruitment radio station. Let's go do that. We'll do them, then we'll do County Crossing. Yeah, our next stream we're gonna do Mafia again. $99 caps. There we go. They'll clean that up. Alright, let's do a save. Let's do a quick save. Let's see. Now we're going to go to County Crossing. Okay. I wonder if job is a banned word too. Because job was used maliciously by people. So now I'm not sure if that's also a blocked word. There we go. Slightly less restrictive chat. Let's see. Psst.
You're with the Minutemen, right?
Yeah, what's the problem?
A pack of feral ghouls has pulled up nearby, and some of them have started wandering out lately. If more of them start wandering out this way, we may be overrun. We need someone to clear them out.
Alright, I'm on it.
I'll be glad to have them gone.
Alright, we're gonna annihilate the ghouls at the Feral Ghoul Station. This should be the quest that we need to clear this area too. Oh god. Just dear god. Alright.
Let me have this one. If there's anything I can do for you, please let me know. Are you injured, sir?
There's more. Worshipper. Let's see.
Using a keyboard.
quaint. Welcome to the barracks.
Nice try. Okay, sir. Enemy nearby.
Your destruction is at hand.
Found them, sir. Powering down weapons, sir.
Oh no.
Can you see them, sir?
Time for you to perish.
Prepare
Prepare to be annihilated. Are you injured, sir?
No, I'm not injured. I'm just annoyed. Let's see. Let's see.
Take them down.
That's the last of them.
Okay, let's see. Ooh, what is this? Bushes, boxes, and beehives camouflage special. Take that. I'm surprised there's not like a crate or something to loot.
Did you hear that?
That was amusingly simple.
Quite a few impressive devices around here. Targets in range. Good riddance.
Here's the crate that we're looking for.
That takes care of that.
Take the sugar bombs. We'll get this XP.
Maybe I can carry some of that for you.
You know what? Yeah, Ada, you can carry some of this. You know what I find to be really kind of bizarre? So, we don't talk about trolls anymore. It's just not what we do here, right? And someone in the chat brings it up, and I give a halfway response to it, right? The second I do, you have people coming here with troll names and troll accounts. It's like they're watching, waiting to see if you'll ever crack. It's like, people have no life. But, like, trolls are that desperate for attention because it's like, you're not even really talking about it, but the second they get whiff that they're even remotely brought up, they're like, let's go troll him. Like, and that's usually when they do it. We'll be sitting here playing for, like, 3 hours at a time half the time, and then they won't say anything until they hear even a whiff of them being brought up. It's almost like I think that what I should do is block it from being a conversation at all by anybody. Like, that would solve the problem. Are you modding the game? Yes. Well, the game is modded, so. My playthrough is modded anyway. Let's see. I feel like removing that conversation in its entirety would be a way to solve that problem. Because then they'll really have no way in. Tells. One likeness, okay. And if you want to solve the troll problem in its entirety, I mean, that is the solution, is to completely eradicate any way for that conversation to be brought up. Just a thought. Like, I'm slowly trying to figure out exactly how to deal with it. So it's not the first L.
That's the last of them.
Problem solved. I don't know when they added those action figures into the game. Like the little protection models, I don't know if those were always there or what. I also don't know the point in picking up fuses. I think it's just for copper.
Decided to play tin soldier, sir.
Yes, winner, I did. Alright, guys, we're gonna... Oh, yeah. Okay, so I definitely did fix the texture problem. So basically, if you have...
Picking up something.
It completely exploded. If anyone has a texture issue with the water acting yellow and green and blocky and bright, like eye-blindingly bright, it's most likely because of quick resume on Xbox Series X and Series S. Just end the game, restart the game. Don't use quick resume anymore. It breaks it. Every other game, it's fine. For this particular game, it seems to break it. And if you do that, it actually fixes it. Because we had no texture problems, no water problems, and no Pip-Boy problems within the power armor. Clearly what happened was that issue, and it did fix it. Because we've had no problems since, and I love that. If anyone else has that problem, you know what I mean? Maybe I'll make like a shortened version of this video to showcase the fix. That might be a way to go about it. In fact, I'm gonna do that because that would be like a how to fix water texture bug. That was the worst earlier. We actually stopped the playthrough yesterday because it got so bad. Because it was actually breaking the game.
Careful, sir. I don't think we're alone.
To be introduced to the U.S. Army!
That was amusingly simple.
It's kind of funny because you don't ever see legendary turrets. You know what I mean? Wouldn't that be something? Anyway. Psst. Took care of those ghouls.
You did? That's great news. Fella, you and the Minutemen have our gratitude and our support.
Let's see. Well, I guess we can save it here. I noticed if you constantly save, you don't run into problems when it comes to crashing and stuff. Okay, so now we have one more, Finch Farm. Do I really want to run over there right now? Something that way. If we tell Preston Garvey about our success with this place, do you think he's going to have me, you know, mark another settlement on my map? It was, when this game came out, it was fine. But for the next couple of years after that, there was so many memes. I don't even think they were memes. I think they were just in general people complaining. Because Preston Garvey would never stop marking things on your map. He's like, I got another settlement, I'm going to mark it on your map. And there was like a whole culture around that. It was actually quite hilarious. Alright, let's take the fusion core out. So we got torso, torso, right leg, right arm, torso. Yeah, this one's more complete. Alright, we're not going to worry about it right now, but as long as the fusion cores are not in it. If the fusion cores are not in it, no one can get into it. Because they don't know how to get their own fusion cores, I guess. Alright, let's see. Yeah, last night I did a stream where I was jumping onto a camera, talking to the audience. And I talked about how J.D. DeLay 5150 is going to jail. If you don't know who J.D. DeLay 5150 is, he's a major prison-based YouTuber. And he really, really effed up, it turns out. And I don't know. I'm just very happy to hear that because I think he's a douche. I went to J.D. DeLay 5150 for help with something. And well, needless to say, he didn't really want to help. It's too much work. Helping people in real life, when it's not a lie and a show, it's just a lot of work. And then I had this long talk about fake YouTubers, and I talked about my family life. I think that when it comes to my family life, I don't like my family very much. Like, my mom, my brothers, my dad, just the douchiest and just most disgusting forms of people I've ever had to deal with. And in general, hey, sorry, I had to take care of some stuff. By the way, I caught that video earlier today. Oh yeah? Yeah, I had a lot of things to say about my family and the way they dealt with things and what kind of people they are. And Marcy, what the hell are you doing in Winter's bed? Anyway, and in general, I think last night I had a chance to really just express all that. I think it was a healthy stream overall. I got to talk about stuff that I hadn't really had a chance to talk about. And I talked about how, you know, my thoughts on YouTubers being so fake. And it is kind of a thing. Whenever YouTubers get really big, they always tend to get really fake. Like, it's almost like people tend to lie more and pretend to be something they're not more often when they get big. And I don't understand that about big YouTubers. It's kind of messed up, actually. And this is why I say I don't think I'd ever want to be a big YouTuber. Like, if I became a big YouTuber, I'd have to be the first one who's definitely not like that. I mean, I would have to find a way to talk to every single... I would have to respond to every comment. If I got to 1 million subs, I would have to respond to every single comment. Not troll comments, because those people don't deserve to have a voice here, okay? They threatened and harassed and doxed me for 3 years. They don't need to hear a response. Fuck them. But when it comes to actual commenters, real viewers that really do want to engage your content, get to know you as a creator, all that stuff, right? I feel like I'd have to respond to every single comment, even though it's like thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of comments potentially. Because you never know how many it's going to be, right? I feel like at this point, if I respond to... That's a quest item? Huh. If I respond to every single comment, I keep somewhat of the vibe that I had as a small creator. You know what I mean? So JD is going to the slammer again. It's not anything that anyone's happy with, as the cops probably trumped a bunch of things up, but yes, I wish he would have at least been honest about things. JD Delay turned a blind eye to the predators we were dealing with, and he's been for years talking about how predators deserve to be in the wood chipper. If you're going to turn a blind eye and give them a free pass for what they're doing to children and women, because women were a target too by these people, right? You're kind of a hypocrite. But see, here's the thing that really kind of blows it out of the water, right? JD Delay 5150 is going to prison for a DUI charge. Now, he says it's jail or potentially prison. Normally, when it's not a big deal, you don't word it like that. Unless you're trying to hype up some kind of scare tactic. Which, if he's going to jail regardless, what's the fucking point? It makes no sense. So clearly, there's actual prison consequences being possible here. We do not know what happened with the sentencing. We do not know how long he's going to be gone. We just know he's definitely going to be gone. For at least a month. Because you don't go to jail and or prison for less than a month. Like, usually it's 6 months, a year, something like that. You know what I mean? So his channel's be barren for a while. But he's going to jail or prison. I have to make sure I word that there. For a DUI charge. All he does is talk about how sobriety is key, and it's very important to have your sobriety. And he's over here teaching people that are recovering addicts and recovering alcoholics that drinking and driving is what he does in his free time. Because he's going to jail for that. Now, if this is his first time, how do you get caught on the first time, by the way? You never get caught the first time. Usually, first few times, you get away with it. And then after a while, you get sloppy because you get used to not getting caught. That's normally how that works. Which means he's been drinking and driving for a while. And now his bitch wife, Jax, has nobody. Because she's alone while he's in prison. He said he wienered up his wife. That means he fucked his wife to get her pregnant. That means for the next 9 months, if she gets pregnant in the next couple weeks, I'm assuming that's how long it takes, right? I'm not a woman. I don't study biology. I'm not really big on the reproductive thing. I don't care about sex. But let's say she ends up being pregnant. Now she's got to go through an entire pregnancy with no man. JD Delay is a piece of shit. Like, you're going to dick up your wife right before you go to jail for a fucking year just so she can carry your baby, potentially, because you couldn't be a real person and your YouTube channel's fake as shit. Like, the whole thing, I love that he's going to jail. I really do, because when you turn your back on people that need you or people that are asking you for advice because you're a life coach, like, I'm here for people if they need help. Message me on Instagram. I'll hit you up, Tibbs. And then he just tells me to fuck off, takes my money and runs, right? I want my $5 back. I want my $5 back. It was not worth the treatment I got from that fucking piece of shit of a man. But, like, I just can't even. I just don't even know where to begin. Like, he's a piece of human garbage. Everything about him is shit. And I kind of first realized this after that first incident about a year ago. Well, it's probably a parole-related thing or 3 strikes type of thing. he got out in certain conditions, and the slightest mistake sort of gained more severe penalty. I don't know, because they didn't really specify. He's been really quiet about it because apparently he doesn't want his audience to know. But he doesn't want his audience to know because if he tells them, he's to be seen as more of a hypocrite. But his audience, J.D. DeLay's entire community is retarded. They're all recovering addicts and recovering alcoholics. And then the first thing I would say, if I was a recovering addict or a recovering alcoholic, and I found out the guy that was teaching me to be sober was an alcoholic, I'd be like, bro, what the fuck? Like, maybe anger isn't the go-to response, right? But confusion definitely would be. Because if you're teaching people to be sober and you're drinking and driving all the time, like, that's just hypocritical. And I mean, I can say that because you don't see me drinking and driving. You don't see me breaking the law. Like, fuck. And you know what's funny? I've had people treat me like garbage for the dumbest reasons. I said all pedos deserve to be shot. And then people chose to attack me over that for years. Then they started lying about stuff to make it look like I was a bad guy somehow. For years. I have more of a reason to want to be a criminal than anybody. And yet I don't. Why don't I go steal shit? Why don't I go beat somebody up? Why don't I go and drive like a lunatic and be drunk? Because it doesn't solve your problems. Breaking the law doesn't make you somehow better. It's not how you... Like, there's no excuse. And so I'm like, I can criticize him. People are like, you're not being fair, Tibbs. I can say this because you don't see me acting like a fucking moron. And also, think about all the things you told your audience. Like, I'm not saying every YouTuber has to be real because most big YouTubers, after you hit 1 million subs, most YouTubers are fake. But, like, realistically, have some self-respect. What's self-respecting idiot's going to spew a bunch of bullshit and then act like he cares about that bullshit for years, mind you, and then it turns out he never did? It just, dude, why do you have to lie for people to support you? If Jay DeLay was such a good guy, he wouldn't have to lie about what he believes in. Like, if you're drinking and driving, you don't really care about sobriety now, do you? Especially when it's been this often. I think he has a franchise he's selling. I just wish he were more honest that this is a mess that he isn't set up for. Again, you noted he kept his chats members only. No, held for review. And I noticed this after I started confronting him about, hey, man, I thought you wanted to talk. He's like, I don't know you. I never told you. And then I showed him the messages. And he's like, oh, yeah, well, fuck you. Literally, that was the conversation. And I noticed after that, it was only after that. He started doing this after I started confronting him. Then he started making his chats held for review. Do you realize how many people you have to approve as approved users? Because there's so many people in his chats. You're either making people approved users so they don't notice, or they aren't constantly checking. That's also a thing, right? Or potentially is this: he probably blocked me. Like, but no, he didn't block me though. I know that to be the case because I went under another account. I made a brand new account. It's a day one account. And day one accounts don't get held back, right? Not really. So I went and I commented on his channel, and then I swapped back to my main. That new account, nowhere to be seen. I had a few old accounts. I did it with those. Those ones are also not showing up. That's because he's hiding everything. Everything's held for review. So chances are everything's held for review. He might approve users. I don't know why people aren't noticing. Maybe his audience really is that stupid. Like, maybe they are actually that stupid. Because, I mean, that or they're not really concerned with the actual how their comments pop up. But, like, why would you start turning it held for review after I confront you on that? And I told him in a very long comment. I screenshotted it, too. And I also did a video clip to show that it was being held, like, hidden from the actual feed so people couldn't see it. You don't hide all these accounts unless you have something to hide. And I took a video to showcase it. I think I'm going to upload that video. I got to find a couple of videos from the past with me and his interactions and a few other screenshots because I know I have them. They're on my hard drive. but I have a big fucking hard drive and thousands of folders. I think I'm going to post that video. And I think I'm going to promote it. I think I'm going to put like $50 into it and just push it the fuck out there via Google AdSense. That way all of his audience might potentially see this. Maybe people will see it. When his name comes up, you'll see that video. Because realistically, something scummy's going on with this guy. Like, why are you hiding what I have to say? You hide things because you're scared. And yet a big, hulking, redneck giant is scared of me. Why is he scared of me? Because I have the ability to kill his credibility. I hold that sword in my hands. I can actually slay his credibility. And I'm tempted. In fact, I want to. In fact, I'm going to. Because if he's going to jail, I might as well slay the demon while he's fucking down. Because he said he would help me with this predator problem that we were dealing with at the time. And he turned his back on me for money. And then all these people had to suffer because we had nobody. All we needed was get the word out there that this was happening. Then people might know what to do, or at least it wouldn't go unnoticed for so long. He turned his back on everybody. Turned his back on a potential. I was a fan at the point. I liked his content. But here's the thing. When I started noticing that he was fake, then I started noticing little pieces of his videos that I realized they were all scripted. Once you see the lie, once you realize it's a lie, then you can't unsee it. And then you start noticing these little details you didn't notice before. And it really bothered me. Because now I want to burn his entire paycheck to the ground. I want to ruin him. Because if people see that he's fake, and remember, people are gullible and blind right now. They won't be forever. If I go there and I actually burn his paycheck and his credibility to the ground, people are going to notice that. They're going to jump on board with that. I don't need the fan base. I don't want his fan base. They are gullible, stupid people. What I want is to watch him burn. Because when I asked him for help and he chose to tell me to fuck off, and that's literally what it was, he hides me from his channel for a reason. Because he knows he did something very wrong that would piss off the majority of his fan base. And in turn, if you're going to punch, JD Delay should know all about this. When you go into prison, you want to make yourself top dog, you find the biggest man in the yard and you strike him down. JD Delay is going to prison, literally right now. But here's the fun part. He's an inmate. And YouTube is one big yard. If I go and I strike this motherfucker down, hey, it'll be like making a name for myself. But here's the thing. I don't need to be fake to do that. So, something we might actually do in the near future. What's this? Pipes. Let's see. I just see him as another potential victim of the trolls. I mean, all things considered, at least he didn't get on panel with them and lie about us like others have done. I wish he would have. You know why? Because if he had lied, we could have debunked it. His audience would have seen it, and his audience would have been like, hey, man, this doesn't make no sense. No, not everybody's that stupid. His audience is full of stupid people, don't get me wrong. But, think about it. A guy with 1 million subs starts talking about you specifically. They lie about you specifically. You know what happens? That word, it gets everywhere. You know why the trolls don't want big people talking about this? Hold on, pause it. You know why trolls don't want big people like JD talking about this? Because it's going to get everywhere, and then people are going to notice, and then nobody's going to stop talking about it. And if nobody stops talking, they're going to, I'll have to deal with more slander. I'm aware of that. Because most of the troll content has been slander. Oh, he's a groomer. Based on what evidence? That's the thing. That's the beauty of it. They're going to call me that. I know it. But here's the thing. Then they're going to say, based on what evidence? You're going to have that one person that sparks a fucking wildfire. And then it's going to get everywhere that Tibbs wasn't a bad guy. All he did was call out a bunch of wackos. And these people lied over and over and over and over again. And after a point, it all falls apart. That's how you burn down what's going on. You just need to find somebody, anybody at this point. Turkey Tom, it might be the next guy I reach out to. Because Turkey Tom, I want you to do a documentary on me. Take everything that they've said, take everything that I've said, put it all together, make a documentary. Because Turkey Tom will do it right. I noticed that when I was talking about, when I just said that, my video quality went from poor to excellent. YouTube likes that idea. That's a scary thought. But realistically, Turkey Tom will look at the whole picture. And let's say he lies about me. It's going to pick up traction. I don't need the big guy to believe me. I don't need him to think I'm a good guy. I don't need him to proclaim my innocence. I don't need that. I just need it to get out. Because once this gets to a certain place, once it breaks the barrier, people will come here to hear what I have to say and see what I'm like, but they'll also dig into my history. They'll dig into their history. People, there's one thing we have to remember about the human race, is that people are genuinely always curious. And curiosity killed the cat. Well, if curiosity kills the cat in a metaphorical sense, it kills their lies in another sense. If they're building up this narrative, people are going to dig into it. They want to know the truth. They're going to say, why don't you talk about WTD anymore? What happened with him? Why does M-Word Boy not get along with Cinemas all the time? Why does Cinemas have a history of targeting women and he's on audio doing it? Those videos I have on my Rumble, they're not for now. They're not for right now. They're for the one day that this gets so far that people want to know, Tibbs, they say all these horrible things about you. What do you have on them? Do you have anything proving that they're not what they claim? Do you have any proof that they're not good people? All I have to show is one video of Marks the Noob saying age of consent. If they have consent, pedophilia is somehow okay. That one video fucks a lot of it up. Cinemas harassing and bullying some innocent guy, saying that he's going to target their family. That one video, boom, it's fucking over. I got a few videos of this bombshell equality. And if you think about it, I don't need Turkey Tom to claim that I'm innocent. I don't need him to say I'm a good guy. He can lie about me like the rest for all I care. Because enough people get in on this, well, the mass population's going to say, dude, something ain't right with this. There's an issue here, Turkey Tom. Turkey Tom says Tibbs is a groomer because that's what everybody else is saying, all these trolls, right? Turkey Tom probably is a troll for all we know. Well, Turkey Tom, if you say that, what about these videos Tibbs has from a while back about these people? Remember what Cinema said? I could write you a script. Then he pops up Brandy like it's some kind of a showcase. I mean, really think about that. I don't need them to side with me. I don't. I just need this to get far and wide. It's like scattering the landscape with a certain mineral to make it grow better. That's it. I don't need anyone to side with me, because by default, enough time goes by, they'll side with you anyway. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to draw this big fucking line in the sand, right? And half the internet is going to believe it or be a part of the lie. Let's be honest here. The other half is going to side with you because, well, you make sense. That is the reality of the situation. That is the reality of what's happening. I don't need JD Delay to agree with me. I just need him to bring it up. That's it. To simply bring it up a little bit. Boom. That's it. That's all I need. Now, here's the question. Who is big enough that we could actually find to bring it up? Here, I got another one for you. Here's a stupid. You know how people used to promote their channels? They used to go into other comment sections with their brand name as an account, and they used to spread it everywhere. Trolls won't do this because they know if they bring attention to it, it's the same thing. They could go into a channel and just act and behave disgustingly, right? I mean, that's what trolls do. They act like a bunch of weirdos. Well, if trolls were to do this using my name and act like I'm some sicko, because they could do that, let's be honest here, it is an option, it will gain traction. And then if I do it, it'll gain traction. So here's what everyone can do. Make an account called Tibbs TV. Use my profile picture. I'll upload an image tonight to my Instagram. It'll be a black box with the Tibbs TV name in it. You can use that picture if you want. Make a fake account. And then just start commenting randomly on as many videos on as many big channels as you can. Try to get people's attention. See if they'll interact with the Tibbs TV name, regardless of how. And then what you could do is if they're interacting with that name, people are going to get curious after a point. And then what's going to happen is these trolls will not survive. Because regardless if people hate me, regardless if I make myself a target or make myself out to be a bad guy, you're going to have to do some clout chasing. You're going to have to. And that means I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to say some really offensive, I'm going to have to say some politically incorrect things. BLM is racist. Trans people don't deserve rights. Gay people act like fools way too often. Women don't deserve respect if they're not going to act like they need respect. Acting like a fool does not earn you respect. Honestly, I do think a woman's place should be, you know, taking care of her man. Lesbians? How does that make any sense? There's a lot of things you could say. Children are a nuisance. They shouldn't be online at all. What's another one? Hamas was a death cult. Trump's a retard. Biden's even more retarded. These are just example things you could say, things that I could say, to spark a little bit of attention. And by the way, we don't have to do this on gaming channels. I don't have to do this on PewDiePie. You know how many political channels are out there? And those channels know how these people operate? Ooh, boy. There's a lot of channels that are political only channels, and they know how these people operate, which means they're already going to know by default not to fall for it. So, just saying, I've been thinking about it, because let's be honest here, if you keep harassing me as a troll, or as a community of trolls, I could light the match that ends it all. I really could. I'm not going to go to the fucking police. The fuck goes to the police? The police don't do shit. You're the FBI. Why? It could take 7 more years to take care of it? Fuck that. Just light the match. Watch it burn. Yeah, you'd have to work for it. You'd have to annoy a lot of people. You'd have to make sure those people have no choice but interact with you after a point. Are they all going to hide you? Fun. I got 22 accounts ready to go. Ban me on your channels. I'll just bring in the next one, and the next one, and the next one. I'll make it a fucking thing. One channel after another. They're not going to ban me because I have a point. And we'll just bring all the attention on. That's what I think the problem with JD was. We were trying to get JD to give a shit to raise awareness, and he turned his back on me. And now he's in jail because he's a piece of shit. I'm not surprised he's in jail. I don't care that he's in jail. I just think his audience needs to wake the fuck up. Let's see. Turkey Tom Sucks is... I'm just going to call you T, okay? Let's see. LOL, that actually pissed them off. Let's see. 07, that actually will piss them off. They hate Turkey Tom. They see him as another Archives commentator skimming from their franchise. They've been lashing out at big dogs in the Cyrex community, homie. Yeah, I know. Turkey Tom Sucks. Are you enjoying the stream? Oh, yeah, I already read that one. Hit that like. Nightbot's pretty cool. The trolls would love to go back to prison. Free meals. I know, right? That is what I feel that I could do if I wanted to. But first step is seeing if they'll leave on their own. I'm giving them some time to really make that decision on their own. They come in here with some really outlandish channel names trying to start the stuff, and I've been ignoring them the last day and a half for the most part. I think yesterday was more ignoring them than anything else. I don't need to interact with them. Like, if they have something to say about this, they can go fuck themselves. I don't really want to talk to them. Like, they're just a bunch of retards. Like, a bunch of pedo-loving retards. I don't have time for that shit. I really don't, you know? But if they have something to say, they can just bug off. I don't care to talk. Like, why would I talk about it with them either? Like, that's another thing. Why would I talk to them about it? It's like, we're going to harass you and make a scene in your chats because we expect you to talk to us. Like, why? That is the reality. Why would I want to talk to them? So when I talk about these things, I'm not looking for trolls to come here and ask questions about what, you know, or to make a statement about what they think of me. I don't care what they think of me. I really don't, because last I checked, trolls don't have an opinion worth having. Trolls act stupid no matter what. Let's see. 60% of radiation, 60% of lost health. That would actually come in handy. Let's do that one. Overall, I just find it to be like I should be allowed to have a conversation about stuff that I want to talk about. And they always come in here looking for... come here looking for attention, and I think it's the dumbest thing, because if you want attention, give me something to give you attention for. Give me, like, a reason to give you positive feedback. I don't want to just talk to people who are being dicks all the time. If you're not going to do anything positive or productive, I think productive is the word I'm looking for. Let's say you want to come in here and you're lonely and you want attention.
I'm always glad to see the sun come up one more time.
Shit. Give me a second.
Hey.
Preston, I dealt with that settlement. Their radio beacon's up and everything.
That's great news. Once folks have some place to call their own, they'll be willing to help defend it. I'll let you know if I hear of any settlements that need our help. In the meantime, make sure to offer help to anyone that needs it. That can only help our cause.
Alright. So I clear the ghouls are giving that settlement trouble.
Glad to hear it, General.
Cut me
It's
off.
hard enough out here without people having to worry about ghouls in their backyard. Got another thing to talk to you about.
Of course.
I've fought the gunners before, and something tells me this was just them probing their defenses. They're gonna need your help.
Okay. Defend 10 Pines Bluff. Do I really want to go do that? Okay, the thing about this is it's not going to activate until after we, I really don't feel like doing this quest. Anyway, yeah, I feel like every time I talk about something that's toxic or my opinions of a certain topic, I guess, you have all these people showing up to, like, try to get attention. If you want to get attention, give me something positive to respond to. Act normal.
Please, just wait. You're not with the gunners. Are you here to help us out?
Yeah, sure.
It's the gunners. We caught a group of them sneaking around a few days ago and had a bit of a dust-up. They ran off too easy once they saw we were gonna fight back. Gunners never back down that quickly. If you can help us shore up our defenses, it sure would help us out a ton.
Of course. Alright. Settlement has nothing we need. Do I really? You know what? Every settlement gets 500 free scrap. That's it. I'm just gonna fucking cave to the idea. We'll just do it. Every settlement gets 500 free scrap, and that is literally it. Makes this way easier. Oh, let's see. Items, equipment, crafting. battery component. There we go. Just 500. Nothing beyond that. Alright. Alright, let's do...
You crazy? No one panic. What just happened?
I suggest we take as much as we can carry.
All right. Helping defend Ten Pines Bluff, but there's nobody here. Where did he go?
Go ahead.
Blake. Is it a glitch? All right. I don't know what to do with this information. I don't know what to do with this. I guess we could build some walls. Structures, fences, junk fence. Ada, Fred, can you move? All right. Well, I'm not sure when we'll actually defend the settlement. Fred, can you move? Fred, come on, man. Are you serious? Right, what's your problem? You. Move over here. Jesus Christ. I'm dealing with a fucking 5-year-old. Alright. And now we need to get a settlement recruitment beacon. Alright. Hey JTM, late to the stream. Do you see that Michigan has an air quality advisory because of the Canadian wildfires? Is that what that is? Hey D-Chat, what's going on with you? I actually have been staying inside because I saw what was going on with the wildfires. How did D-Chat remove another moderator's comment? That's interesting. Didn't know they could do that. Anyway, yeah, I did see about the air advisory control thing. Apparently it's pollution. But if that's because of the fires, that would explain that giant red spot up in Canada. Because when I go to the map, okay, so I go to my weather app, right? And it tells me what's the general gist of what's going on in the area. And the weather app shows me that Michigan is all yellow. All of Mark's spot there. Huh, that is kind of odd. Anyway, Michigan is all in the yellow right now. We're actually not as bad as we could be. But it is a pollution thing. They're warning us to not go outside and don't do anything strenuous activity. Don't breathe in a lot of air outside. Basically stay in your homes. Which is across the entirety of Michigan and several other states, right? Michigan is completely affected. Other states, it's like half the state, right? So Michigan's the only one's really affected by this. And when you look at the map, there's a giant dark red spot in Upper Canada. And apparently it is something really massive is going on over there right now. And I don't know what it is. But if it's wildfires, then that would make sense. Because whatever the hell it is really messing up the air quality everywhere. So yeah, I did hear about that. That's why I'm streaming today. I was gonna go do something else today. I'm not really sure what I wanted to do, but I was telling DJ, I was like, you know, I guess we'll be streaming today because at this point, there's something going on out there, and I don't feel like getting sick. Oh, we got new settlers.
I don't think we've met yet. I wanted to personally thank you for giving us this opportunity. So, is there anything you need me to get started on?
Let me see what you got to trade.
Sure thing.
There we go. You can keep your pipe pistol. Command, we're going to have him do potatoes. Alright. Who the hell is this? We had one seller, now we got 3. I guess she just assigned herself. That's fine by me. So we got another potato farm going, guys. Well, they'll have food. That's the good thing. Let's get some water for these guys. Let's go clean up all of our settlements. We're still technically defending 10 Pines Bluff right now. Okay, they got water, they have food, they need beds. There's 3 people and 2 beds. Okay, we can do beds. Let's build up a little building here. We're already out of steel. We're already out of steel. You know what? I'm having too much fun building. We're going to just do Every settlement gets 1,000. That's the maximum I'm going to do, though. I noticed when you have 1,000, you're more doable anyway. Let's see. No, you're 8 beds. Nine beds. Little, as they say, the wagons are circling, aren't they? We're seeing the chips fall. Yes, indeed. I saw a stream last night on the replay of the creator that went to jail. Creative times are in, creative things are happening as of late. That guy was such a piece of crap. Like, I'm glad he's going to jail. Like, I went to him for help with dealing with this troll problem. Well, they're not trolls. They're predators guising themselves as trolls. That's the truth of it, right? And I went to him for help in dealing with that situation, and he basically told me off. He did tell me off. Why am I saying basically? He did straight up tell me off. And hearing that he's going to jail puts a smile on my face. I mean, I know I sound pissed and stuff about it, but well, he's going to prison, so fuck him. You know what I mean? And then when Nightbot says, ignore the trolls, Tibbs. If you ignore them, eventually they'll get bored and tune out. Mods, remember to ban trolls on site. I'll do what I can on my end. Thanks, Nightbot. I appreciate it. It's the first time having digital system as a moderator, and it's doing pretty good. All right, I think this settlement is pretty much good because the happiness is up from 50. All right, we gotta go give every settlement 50 health. We gotta go to Abernathy Farm, get food and water because they're out of food and water. We gotta go to County Crossing. We're gonna do that. We're gonna go to all the settlements right now and do this. I feel like that's the best way to go. So we're gonna go to Abernathy Farm. Let's see. Is there a show on map option? There is. Okay. Go here first. We're just gonna fine-tune everything for these settlements and get them going because part of this is settlement management. I have not eaten anything yet, so at some point during the stream I'm gonna like take a minute and eat some food. I'm really hungry. Aww. Yeah, cat. Alright. First thing we need to do is come right here. And we need to get 1,000 elements of everything. Alright. That's step 1. Step 2. We need to get defense. Food is up. How do you... You have 3 people and no food? Ah, bullshit. That is bullshit. Leave the cat bowl because that's for their cat. The hell is this back here? A melon farm and a potato farm, and some of they have no food. I call bullshit, man. I call bullshit. Bullshit. Alright. That being said, let's do this. First thing we should probably do is fine-tune the wire fences. Let's see. Put this right here. Ada, seriously. Let's see this here. Could you all move? When will you will you been keeping your eye on the footage coming out of people trying out the new Switch 2? I see the new modes circulating online and people receiving their orders. I can't afford a Switch 2, not right now, and I'll keep an eye on it, get my opinions on it, cover the news that's been going on with it, but I don't see myself actually playing it though. I've never been a big Nintendo guy. Like, Nintendo's always been hardcore overpriced, and it just doesn't seem worth it in my opinion. Like, I like Mario and I like Donkey Kong, and I like some of the other games from those franchises, but I just don't feel like it's worth my money. Mostly because A, I can't afford it, I can't get the most out of it, and I got too many problems with other stuff too as it is, so it would always be restricted, unfortunately. But I'll definitely cover it, talk about what's going on with it and stuff. Who knows, maybe they'll change and one day I'll be able to play it. Definitely something to talk about if nothing else. Like right now, games are, they're trying to charge, how much was it? $80 for the games, and then it's $500 for the Switch, which is, that's how I know I can't afford it. And there's also, no, don't start the bookcase. I don't know. I don't really see the game being worthwhile to me as a player. At least not at this point in time. Like, I have so many things I have to spend money on because my bills are very invasive, unfortunately. Because I pay so much on bills that little necessities like that are kind of a hard thing to enjoy. Yeah, $500 for a handheld console is crazy. That's the thing of it. It's a handheld console. It's just, I want to play it. Don't get me wrong. I like playing all the new things. But, I mean, games are already a lot of money. And I have to struggle to figure out how I'm going to pay for Death Stranding 2. And did you guys hear? They had the State of Play yesterday. I'm just got the bookcase. Ada, get the fuck out of the way. My God. They had the State of Play 2 yesterday, or the State of Play yesterday, right? And they actually had a really cool thing on the State of Play. Resident Evil 2 and 3 is coming to the... So if you play on PS Plus Premium, you can play PS1 games on PS5. And they're actually PS1 games. Like, they're ported, don't get me wrong. But you can actually... Can everyone relax? I'm just picking up wrenches and shit. Fucking relax. My God. Everyone of my companions just flipped out when I picked up the wrenches and shit. But on State of Play, they had... Okay. I'm trying to multitask here, but I'm terrible at this. I'm just going to pause the game for a second. If you play on PS Plus Premium, you can play PS1 games. They're ported PS1. They're not legit native disc enter your console kind of thing. But still, it's still cool that you have the option to play some PS1 games. They've had Resident Evil Director's Cut on the PS Plus Premium for a while. And apparently, coming this summer, as in within this month or next month most likely, they're adding Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. Not Resident Evil 3 the remake, okay? This one's legitimately the PS1 version, which is a very different game. Now, I hope they don't edit it or mod it or whatever the fuck it is they do when they censor stuff, because that would be absolutely amazing, because that was the best version of Resident Evil 3 from what I remember. My mom would never let me play that growing up because my mom was a fucking nun. But, like, now I can actually play it. It's nice. I don't have to go hunting, because if you try to buy Resident Evil 3 Nemesis as a PS1 game on disc, it's like $500 for that one game, because it's that rare. And people are just... Well, people don't charge normal prices when it comes to PS1 games. PS2 is the same way, don't get me wrong. Here Comes the Pain's like $50, but when it came out, it was like $20. Anyway, another game that's coming out that I saw on the State of Play that actually has me kind of hyped because I loved Hitman World of Assassination. I played Hitman 1, then I played Hitman 2, then I played Hitman 3, and then I played World of Assassination. I played Freelancer mode. I loved IOI's games, at least from that general era of things. I don't know what they've made before that. I don't know how many of the Hitman games they're responsible for, but I do know that I loved the IOI Hitman World of Assassination trilogy. Despite it being episodic, it was done really well. Like, even as an episodic game, it's challenge mode and shit. Like, it's really good, right? Well, they were talking for a long time about doing a James Bond game. And now, that game also has been announced with a trailer and gameplay, and it looks really, really good. I don't know how close it's going to be to Hitman. Is it going to be episodic? I don't know. Is it going to be mission-based? We can pick out your equipment and do certain challenges and shit? I don't know. What I do know is, from what I've seen, it looks really good. Although I will note that IOI has these long-term plans for their games. So I'm assuming it's going to be like Hitman World of Assassination, where you have challenge mode, things to do, leaderboards, all that shit. Like, contracts in Hitman was very popular, right? I imagine that it's going to have something similar in some capacity. I don't know. But James Bond, or the game's called 007, fuck, I forgot the name. Like First Light or something like that. But it looks like it's going to be really good. IOI is really delivering. Then there was another game. Can't for the life of me remember what it was called. Cairn? It's like a rock climbing game. Looked pretty cool. And I usually don't say that about this kind of games because usually they're dull as fuck, right? That one looked like it's going to be pretty good. And then there was a bunch of other stuff they had at State of Play. Nothing else really. There's some VR titles that really stuck out. I feel like right now I want to save my money for those kinds of games. If games are going to be $70 to $80, which right now all new games are $70. So if you want to buy a game that just came on the market, it's $70. By the time GTA 6 comes out, they'll probably be about $100. So I have to save my money for that stuff. I want to play the Switch. I really, really do, because I want to be able to experience all games. I think games are meant to be fun, and I think that they should be affordable. And I think that if I'm going to play the entire experience, I got to try everything, including Nintendo. The problem is that Nintendo's another console that I would have to pay for a handheld console. 100% agree. $500 is very steep, like overboard at that point. And games already are going to cost $80 on that console regardless. And I know that if I buy a console, I won't be able to buy the games. And I already have an Xbox and PS5, and games are going to be like $80 on that too. So if I want to play anything new, I have to pick and choose here now. It's like rent versus food. Which one are you going to pay for? What's more important to you, right? I know this isn't paying your rent, and I know this isn't buying food to survive, but it is essentially the same idea. Which one is more important? Do you want to buy games on the consoles you have, or do you want to experience everything? And I think with Switch, as much as I think Nintendo has a good brand behind it, I think that it's basically being built around greed. And therefore, I'd have to say that I'd have to pass on it as an experience, because look, I'm sure it's good. There's no fucking way it's that good. There's just no way. Borderlands 4 is trying to charge $80, and the game's not even out yet, and they pissed off the entire gaming community. So, like, at this point, it's really a matter of how much we're going to be able to afford. And though I may have options in the future, because let's be honest here, you can never predict your own future. So I'm assuming I might have options at some point to be able to do these things. I do think the Switch is something to pass up on. Switch 1 I passed up on, because Switch 1 was no different. I mean, Switch 1 was way more affordable, way more justified in price. But, like, at this point in time, I just don't see a point. Let's see. From what I've seen, there's no reason for me to ever get a Switch. I may as well get an old tablet and download Steam OS. Actually, I think what you would be best at, what I would probably, if I'm going to spend that kind of money, D-Chat just reminded me of something. If I'm going to spend that kind of money, I'm going to get a Steam Deck. Steam Deck is where you can play PC games on mobile. It's way more worth it. Just way more worth it. Because Steam games, it's PC to some extent. Well, it is PC, don't get me wrong, but it's a Steam Deck, so it's a little bit different. But it's a handheld that you can actually do something with. And on Steam, games are very decently priced. Steam has amazingly good prices because it's PC stuff, you know? And I feel like a lot of games are being made so they can try to fit that Steam Deck vibe. Because remember, the whole point of selling a game is to make it as playable as possible. And so Steam Deck would be much more worth my money. If D-Chat was to buy a console, he'd probably be more interested in getting a Steam Deck, let's be honest here. Because we play primarily those kinds of games. Nintendo, the problem with Nintendo is you can't really carry nothing over either. Like, there's no Xbox games you can use on it. You can't use PS5 games on it. It's strictly Nintendo. And yes, their games are good. Okay, I'll give it that much. But they're not worth limiting yourself for such a high price. You know what I mean? If this was Steam Deck, at least you can get your Xbox games on there. You can, too. That's the fucked up thing. I've seen people do it. I don't know how they do it. I'm sure there's some add-on that they can do it with. But the point is, you would have options to some extent. With Switch, you don't have that. So if I was going to spend that kind of money, there's only one way I would do it: Steam Deck. If it's a handheld console, Steam Deck makes much more sense. Let's see. Are you enjoying the stream? Oh, yeah, they got joysticks that fit around tablets and phones, so I'd rather just get those. That's another option, too. Let's be honest here. Because Xbox Play Anywhere. You get the Game Pass for like $20 a month, and then get the little add-on things for your phone. You can do it that way, too, which is just how people are doing it. So, like, it just doesn't make no sense to get a Switch right now. I mean, yes, I want to cover it because it's news. I like staying up to date in the gaming world, but, you know. All right, let's go and finish up this this settlement. Get rid of this. Scrap the duffel bag. Scrap this thing. Scrap this. Scrap this. Notice you can't take the walls down here. We got 3 people. We got 4 beds. Okay, we got 6 beds. Now let's go get the settlement beacon. Let's see. LOL Steam Deck. That is so cool, but it's extremely expensive. But there are things like it at other prices, like Legion handheld, or this other one I heard. Yeah, see, the point is, with things like that, you get more for your buck, and I know that you have options for, you know, prices. But if you're going to spend a lot of money on a handheld, Steam Deck would be the one that would make the most sense. And that's kind of my point, is that Steam Deck is just limiting. It doesn't make no sense to waste your money on that. Like, you could spend, okay, spend your money on whatever you want to spend your money on. That would be the general thought, right? But if you're gonna, like, use your brain, there's other ways to go about spending your money that would make more sense long-term wise, you know? I feel like Steam Deck would be a better investment. For if you're going to spend a lot of money, Steam Deck would be better than a Switch. Switches are cool. Do not get me wrong. Nintendo put a lot of time and love into it. I get that. But the problem with it is, it's so limiting. And I say it's limiting because, A, you don't get that many games. I mean, okay, Donkey Kong, Super Mario, and... Hold on, is that literally it? Donkey Kong and Super Mario. I can't think of any other franchises. What? There's gotta be other franchises. There's gotta be. Nintendo can't be that barren. I just realized how barren of a franchise Nintendo is. There's not a whole lot going on, so you wouldn't have a whole lot of games to really play. Like, how much you want to play Super Mario? I want to play Super Mario Brothers for the rest of my life, because if I buy a Switch, that's all I'm able to do anyway. Like, honestly, that's the thing you're gonna have to deal with. is that there's not really much else. Super Mario and Donkey Kong. That's it. I mean, to be fair, I think we could do better. You know what I mean? Like, I think we could... I'm not saying Super Mario Brothers is bad by any means. I'm just saying, like, it's limiting. There's not a lot of games. With Xbox, you got Fallout, Brother to Steel, or not Brother to Steel, I'm sorry. Bioshock, I meant. You got Bioshock, Fallout, Call of Duty, Doom, fucking A, Doom. You got Wolfenstein. You got all kinds of games from all kinds of franchises. They're all different in some kind of way. You got Fallout, Skyrim, Elder Scrolls in general, Doom, Wolfenstein, Bioshock, Call of Duty. You got the entirety of the Deus, Mankind Divided, and the other one, right? You got those games now. You got Alien. You got Predator. Because let's be honest here, Predator Hunting Grounds has been on Xbox Game Pass a few times at least. And it's definitely on PlayStation. You also got Dead by Daylight. I mean, on Xbox and PS5, or PlayStation in general, you are doing way better with game options. And if you were to limit yourself to the Switch, you would miss out on so many of those things because not everybody can afford that kind of money. That's a lot of money. That's a lot to ask for a game. Like, $500 for a console that is handheld. You know how much you have to charge those things, you know? Did you know that? I know a few people who use the Switch. You have to charge those things. They don't plug